Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426 and today we have the review of the HGUC or High Grade Universal Sentry RE-GZ, or also pronounced as RE-GZ. Now, RE-GZ or RE-GZ stands for Refined Gundam Zeta. So basically what this kit or mobile suit was another attempt of trying to mass product the Zeta Gundam. Before this there was the Zeta Plus, which was basically a more simplified version, but still it had a complicated transformation and still at a high price. So they tried to reduce more cost and try to simplify the Zeta Gundam even more. And this was another attempt, but this one doesn't exactly transform into one by itself. It uses the BWS. What the BWS is basically for a backpack weapon system. So basically this would combine or dock into some sort of flight jet pack and then transform it into a wave rider. This was first seen or shown in Char's counterattack. However, technically there was two, but only one was seen in action. Basically in Char's counterattack there was only one RE-GZ used by Admiral Ray. And this was basically the prototype and only built once. Of course, I've heard that there was another RE-GZ in Unicorn Gundam OVA, but only seen in a hangar, but never seen in action. And later, after the RE-GZ, they made another version or variant. This doesn't even exist in Gunpla, but it's called the RE-GZ or RE-GZ Custom. Basically, it's almost the exact same design, but the backpack weapon system is attached to its back. Basically, it's attached onto its back, so it's basically transformable by itself. The funny thing is that one actually has a beam rifle that looks like an AK-47. So onto the kit. What you see, first of all, you see these Londo Bill symbols, and because of the color, you don't really see the clear decals I put in, but they don't come with that. I had some extra decals left, so I put it on them. You get the RE-GZ, of course. But interesting things is that you get, well, not interesting, but first you get a beam rifle. I guess the beam rifle is the main issue with the Master Grade because its handle was kind of short and it didn't have a peg onto the hand or onto the beam rifle's handle. This one has, so it has a sturdy connection. But there's one, it's kind of weird for this beam rifle to pose with. I'll get into that later. You get a very plain looking shield. On this side it looks pretty just formal, normal, but the inside's pretty detailed. To be honest, those three parts are actually grenades or kind of like a missile launcher. I know this because I've used the RE-GZ in games. So you get a shield. What you also get, well, there's a hint for what we're going to talk about. You get a plug for the shield to attach the arm. It's similar to the shield that Peg used in the same style of format or way. Was the same attachment with the Gigant Equus type. You can also check that that review video on my channel. But there's kind of a weird issue with this for me. I'm not sure if it's same with others, but I'm having a slight issue with this. I'll get into that later. You get how many was it? Now, okay, you get two beam saber effects. You get two yellow ones. As you can see, these are also the flat version of the beam saber effects, like the Gigant Equus I showed. So yeah, and they give you two of the same lengths. And a very unique looking beam saber handle. So yeah, I would like to talk about the beam saber handle. Actually, technically you get two, the ones that you can attach the effects on, but you get another additional two that goes into the backpack. Let me see if I can actually open this. Wait, there we go. I keep forgetting which one I have to open. Okay, as you can see in there, you see a beam saber hilt looking thing inside there. Now this one, even though you can't really take it out, it's just for show. But what that is basically a closed version of the beam saber handle. As you can see it's kind of split in the middle here. It's basically a closed version of that. I don't know why they designed it like that, but I guess they have their reasons. You get one open style hand. This is for the left hand, for various poses, I guess. And let's see. Now you get some extra connection parts for the transformation. We'll get into that later. And finally, here we have the BWS or backpack weapon system right over here. I would show this on an action base, but the store was out, so I didn't have much options. It's very nice looking. By the way, these blue parts, the darker blue here, is a sticker. I wish they did not do that. I also put more Londo Bill symbols on the stickers, just for fun. Very detailed and very nice looking design, to be honest. I believe while building this, I wanted to say this. At a certain point while I was building this HG, remember this is an HG, but on the process while building, I almost thought I was building a master grade. The master grade version came out in, I believe it was 1999, or basically very old. And I've seen reviews, or I even read the instruction manuals from other places, and it's almost the same. It's basically the master grade version would be basically building the same thing, structure in a bigger size, with a little bit more details, but not too much. So a lot of people on the internet, or people will say it's better off to buy this version as well. Well, I guess I bought the HG version. I won't be buying the master grade, I guess. So yeah, this is we've seen all the components that comes with the kit. Now let's get into detail now. Now, first of all, this, I really love how they came out with this idea and design, and I like the color. Now, on the video, it looks like looks like an ice blue color. I guess you could call this ice blue, but in real life, to me personally, instead of ice blue, I would call it like a little bit a strong mint blue. Basically, when you think of mint color, you think of a light green, but it has that blue, more bluish color tone. I think this is the same color scheme of the unicorn, not the unicorn, the Nemo unicorn version. So yeah, first of all, I would like to, before getting to like unique features, I would like to, I hope you guys didn't hear me fart. Okay, is the horns. Well, first of all, look at the head. I put the eye stickers exactly in place, but because of the design of the head, it's kind of difficult to see the eyes of the head. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's just me that looks things that way. If you look at it in this angle, you can barely see it, but if you just look at straight, it's kind of hard to say. Look at. Let's see. That green section in the head. Well, I'll have to point out this section over here. That's a sticker, I believe, and there's another one on the back. Yeah, there we go. That's the sticker. I believe that's the only, well, technically it's 3, including the eye. Those are the only 3 stickers that you put on the kit. The Londo build and the 426 EFSF. I'm not sure if you can see that. Yeah, you will barely see it. Those are just, I did it as personally. So yeah, the horns. Those horns are kind of, how should I say it? I would rather say not exactly 100% rubber, but it's like a 60% plastic, 40% rubber. Now, that horn doesn't come in that way. It comes in a flat version, and you need to bend those pieces and then slide it into the head. While building this, I had so much difficulties bending the pieces, worrying that it might break. And even after I did bend it, the process of putting those in the head were really difficult, because they kept trying to flatten themselves again, even though I after bended them. And I had to cut a small piece, that segment that was keep popping out. So after that, it did work, but I don't know. I have this small gap left in my on the kit. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. It's not that entirely noticeable, but only like on one side of the horn, it's kind of noticeable. I tried to push it in more even as possible, but it wouldn't just work. So yeah, maybe I just got unlucky, or maybe it's supposed to be like that. Technically, I guess this is a Gundam as well, because it's called Refined Gundam Zeta, and instead of a V-fin, it has those. Well, it's technically, it should be another V-fin, but inside the head. So yeah, the head also not too stiff. Now the Dragon Equus type, now that was really stiff. Okay, somehow I was able to bend. Well, it will go 360, but somehow I got stuck on the middle. Okay, so that's basically the head. You can go up and down. Going up really goes far away. You can see the neck over there. Why is the focus getting messed up. Okay, let's look at the arm articulations first. Arm articulation, very nice articulation. Won't go exactly 180, but let's say 110 or 100 degrees. 360 bend, no problem at all. But the arms are also what impresses me, and this was one of my reasons or the selling point of this kit for me. Now you see these hands. The reason I'm posing it like this is that if you if you don't push it, but you push it into the front and it will open like this. This weapon was seen first in not first, but I guess this weapon was commonly seen in the Zeta Gundam series. I believe also some Jeguns. I'm not sure if it's Jegun Type A or B, but it also has a similar weapon to this. So you have missile launchers on this arm, and remember this is a high grade, and they put this detail into the kit. And this was really impressive for me, and I really love the design. Some people would prefer the missiles being, or grenades being red. I don't really mind, and this is a very cool feature, and it works perfectly without any flaw. Unlike my Zeta Gundam 2.0 Master Grade, it refuses to open. I think something got stuck in there, basically. So yeah, we saw the arms. I'm just gonna turn the arms back here. And the cockpit looks like it can open because it looks like it has that some sort of peg here or a polycap, but no, that's not the case. The body, I'm not sure if this will go. Okay, that's as much you can go. So I'm gonna say about 90 degrees because the body and it does not connect into a ball joint, but instead it's a peg. So just remember that you don't want to force too much on it. Polycaps or ball joints, they're technically stronger, but just pegs, plastic pegs, careful, very, very careful. Okay, another detail I really like is that you see these side skirt armor. These two small pieces that are like that looks like it's popped out. Those are also weapons. These are also I'm not sure. Okay, in the Gundam universe, I am always confused with rocket launchers and grenades because they basically fire them like missiles. So we'll just call them grenade launchers. So yeah, very nice detail. Even in the game, in Gundam games, he actually the RE-GZ is capable of firing these as well. Let's see. Before going to the legs, let's look at the backpack. Now you can see. Okay, I wish I could show you. If I had the Zeta Gundam high grade, I would show you this, but I guess there's no way I can compare. But the Zeta Gundam and Zeta Plus has these binders on the back for maneuverability, I believe. And yeah, the RE-GZ also has it. So they really tried to. I guess the Zeta Gundam was very unique and very useful, so they tried to mass product it in using with all means necessary. So this is one attempt, but they were close, but not exactly. Of course, after the RE-GZ came the Razihel, which they finally succeeded in mass production. So yeah, so let's get into the leg. Now the legs are kind of the most detailed and unique featured, and close to a mass grade style leg. To me, I believe, well, if there's a chance, if they make an RG out of the RE-GZ, that would be a blast. Now for the legs, because of the transformation, there's some unique features, and how the legs are connected and bent are kind of unique. Let me just go back. Now, because of the front skirt armor, I'm not sure how much you can go, but in front, that's pretty much you go. Bending, not a problem. No problem at all. Now, as I said, the transformation is very simple, but also you should know the details as well. Before transformation, I would like to get everything done. The beam saber will be held in these normal hands. You just slide it in, and no problem at all. Won't fall off. And it doesn't have that tight connection feeling, but it is kind of sturdy. The shield, I wanted to talk about this. Basically, the way how you connect it is the same. There's a hole on the bottom of the arms, right over here. You connect it, and this connection is very solid. Problem is the shield connection. Now you don't, unlike the Jegun, you don't have this hole, but they have this clipping thing, and the way how these connect it is basically you slide it in here like that. It just slides and stays there. But problem is this is not a sturdy connection. Well, if you don't do much radical poses, it won't be a problem, but it will tend to fall off. So yeah. And finally, the beam rifle. This is a very nice looking beam rifle. It's not like one of those common beam rifles you see. Now, because of the master grade, what problem it had was because of the handle length and there was no peg, the kit couldn't really hold it. It was a firm grip. But the also another reason for it, but problems was the design, because the ammo clip or mag was on the back. Now this causes problems. So basically, unlike a normal beam rifle, you can't really hold it like this because of the clip. So this is like one of the, sorry about that, I got cut. So this is the basically same situation where like the Zeta Gundam uses the beam rifle, or Hyakushiki uses the clay bazooka, or any long beam rifle. This has to go under the shoulder or armpit. Problem is they made the hand peg in an angle, so the moment you put it in, it will automatically try to go in there. Problem is the posing. So basically the pose will always be awkward to use with the beam rifle. If you want to make it look like it's firing at a certain direction or angle, I have no idea how to pose this. I know I'm not really good with poses, but it's gonna really look awkward the way how it's standing, how it's looking and firing. They're all gonna be looking at different directions. So if you're gonna pose this with the beam rifle, you're gonna need an action base to make it look sense. So yeah, not a big fan of the beam rifle for this one. So yeah, as you can see here, you can see the angle of the peg, and here is a normal angle. You can see how it's bent right over here, like that. I don't know why the focus isn't working today, but yeah. Now, finally, let's get into the transformation. As one thing I would like to say, this is not exactly a parts former, like where you where you basically tear apart the kit. No, that's not the case. So this is one unique kit, and also why I favor it. Now, first things first, we have to get prepared. First, you take this thing off, and you're ready to go. Of course, in the instruction manual, they tell you to pull the hands off, but I don't see no reason. There's no reason for you to pull the hands off. Also, in the instruction manuals, they forgot to mention how to transform the legs in order to, combine with the backpack weapon system, which was a big flaw. But of course, they do show you how to make the leg. So so basically, the transformation of the leg is on a different page or section on the instruction manual, which was very odd. Now, basically, you turn the arms like this, from like the way how I started the video, and then you just basically pull down or push down the shoulders like that. Remember that these binder things has to go in the arm like that, and then you push it down as much as possible, including, so this is the position you want to get in, and then is the legs. Basically, you bend the legs, and this knee joint will move, and there's this peg where section will make it look like it's supposed to go in there. All you need to do is do that, and then do this. Wait, am I doing the right way? Oh yeah, sorry about that. I do tend to get confused at time to time. And then there's these small sections where it will make it look like it's going in. And then yeah, that's basically it for the leg. And for the feet, you just basically fold it in and then push it up. Now when you push up, something interesting will happen. You can see as this part went up as well and reveals another thruster. This is a very detailed kit, and considering this is I believe this is like number 46, was it? It's not a high number. No, sorry, not 46, 85. Number 85. But considering the date it came out, I don't really remember the date, but yeah, it was basically one of those early HG kits, and it has this much detail into it. So I am very impressed and amazed. I'm starting to feel like an idiot and feeling sorry for underestimating the high grade. So yeah, this is basically what you need to do, and the kit is prepared for transformation. Whoopee, easy kit. Now, with the shield, what you need to do, get the beam rifle, and all you need to do is wait, this way actually. You just need to find the right position and then click it in. I don't think it will make a clicking noise, but after putting in the beam rifle, you get this piece and put it on top of. Oops, wrong way. Wait, actually no, right way. You put this section on top of the beam rifle, or there's these smooth two pegs out here. You just need to connect into these two holes, and it will lock the beam rifle in place. This is the shield is also basically used as a storage system for the weapons. So basically, when it disengages or disembarks from the BWS, it will grab the mobile suit, or the RE-GZ will have to somehow catch or grab onto the shield and take out the beam rifle. And for those who are wondering, after it disengages from the BWS, what happens to the BWS? Well, it will fly away somewhere. Yeah, it's not remote controlled. It will fly away or crash into something and get destroyed. And and now that's the main reason why this was never mass produced, because you're basically wasting this. Okay, so you're ready with the shield. You don't and then you get this another piece and then just snap it on to the other side and like this. And there we go. The shield is ready. Now, as I said, in the instruction manual, it'll tell you to take off the hands. I have no idea why. And let's see. In order to combine, it's recommended, or even in the instruction manual, they tell you to, to take these apart first. I've seen people try and do this entirely on the internet, but I don't want to take risks. So this is basically how it tells you to do it on the instruction. Now, this is a part where I kind of got confused, but it's not a big major issue. Now, there's no pegs on the shoulder, remember that. And, well, these are holes, but just holes. And you need to just put these onto the shoulder somehow, and then just lock it in. And just basically you wobble it around until it just connects. And then you just match up the holes here. You push it a little bit down, don't do it too hard. By the way, these are also beam rifle or beam weapons. I don't know, according to the instruction manual, it's supposed to make some sort of click noise. I never got it to work, but it's still a sturdy connection. So after you made the connection, all that's left is to put on the wings that you just disengaged. So yeah, the way how it's done. Wait, is this right? Yeah. Sometimes you really, while building this, I actually made a mistake on the wings first, so yeah. Okay. Wait, what? Why isn't this working? Okay, there we go. You need to position the arms in the correct area, or it will not try to combine. There we go. Sorry about that. So yeah, after you connect these, all that's left is the shield. And there's these two pegs on the kit, on the BWS, and you just need to snap them in or click them in, whatever. And then you pull up the wing binder. I don't know why it looks more like an antenna now. And there you go. You have the transformed or Wave Rider version or mode of the RE-GZ. Yeah, there's not much to it. It's just a hunk of block in a way. This is a beam cannon. These are beam rifle style weapons, and yeah, I believe these are gas tanks. So yeah, very nice detail. Considering this is a high grade, this is a very high quality and high detailed kit, and this being a number 85, I am very impressed. So yeah, I believe you can put an action base, connect an action base to this hole as well. And the RE-GZ itself also has a connection for the action base, and the BW system, backpack weapon system, also has its own hole for the action base. So you can, Of course, you're gonna need 2 sets of action bases to put this on an action base. Okay, so this was a review of the high-grade Universal Century RE-GZ. This is a very high-quality kit and a highly detailed kit. I guess this could be even more superior than the master grade version of itself. I would recommend this to anybody, except beginners will have a lot of hard time building or making the head, because that was the most frustrating part for me as well. And posing this guy, this is I guess if you want a decent pose with the beam rifle, you're gonna need an action base. But if it's not the beam rifle, you can basically pull off a lot of good poses, because it has very good design and color scheme, and with detailed weapons on the arms and side skirt. So yeah, this was the review of the HGUC RE-GZ. I hope this video was informative and really helpful. If you liked my videos, click like, and also try to subscribe to my channel. I have more reviews to make and more Gunpla to buy, so stay tuned for more new updates, and see you guys next time.